How are you?
Sir.
Hopefully all of you are well.
Yes. Yes, sir. ভালোই আছি।
So we can wait for 2 or 3 minutes because more people are joining. Already 75. So let me start. Have you seen this slide?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Have you seen?
Yes, sir, we can see the slide.
Oh, yes.
Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So let me start. For familiar with non-stationary time series, we have already discussed in the class. Non-stationary it means as defined already in the class. Just a minute. Non-stationarity means we have already mentioned the probability distribution of the variable, time series variable. In other words, you can also take the notes as you can see in the screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we can summarize non-stationarity in this way. Non-stationary series means either it's mean or variance or both, so some kind of trend. So we can summarily define non-stationarity as trending series. So every
স্যার খুব সাউন্ড আসছে প্রচন্ড চারপাশে
স্যার আপনি সবাইকে আনমিউট করতে মিউট করে
হ্যাঁ স্যার সবাইকে
I have
একটা
already
কথা শোনা
requested all
যাচ্ছে
of
না
you
আপনার
to keep your
কিছু শোনা
device in mute format so that you can hear me well. Okay, so keep your devices in mute format so you can hear me. So I can start again. So we are today's discussion, as I have already mentioned, non-stationarity. Non-stationarity with unit root, non-stationarity without unit root, etc. So let me begin with the concept of non-stationarity. We have already defined in the class. Non-stationary series means its probability distribution is moving over time. In other words, its mean or variances or both will be moving over time. We can express it in a little another way. That is, any non-stationary series will exhibit trend. So non-stationarity is similar to trending series. Okay. Now trend may be observed either in the mean value of the series or its variance, or in both mean and variance. So when the mean of the variable yt is time dependent, in that case we can say its mean will exhibit some kind of trend. Similarly, if the variance of the variable moves over time, we can say the variance will exhibit some kind of trend. Okay. Now, if mean and variance exhibit some kind of trend, that is mean and variance are moving over time, so the probability distribution of the variable will be moving over time, and the series will be non-stationary. So we can look at non-stationary series in terms of its trending behavior. Okay, so when we have trend in the mean value, this kind of trend is called the deterministic trend. On the other hand, when we observe trend in its variance, we can say the series exhibits stochastic trends. So there are two kinds of trend. One is deterministic trend, other is a stochastic trend, and probably I have mentioned in the class about this kind of trend. So you are somehow familiar with this term. So when trend appears only in the mean value, we can say the series experienced only deterministic trend. Similarly, if trend appears only in the variance, we can say the series exhibits only stochastic trend. If we have trend both in the mean and variance, we can say the series exhibits trend, both kind of trend, that is deterministic trend and stochastic trend. Okay, so we will define non-stationarity in terms of these terminology: deterministic trend, stochastic trend, etc. Okay, so when deterministic trend will appear, if the series exhibits trend in its mean value, expected value of yt. If expected value of yt changes over time, then we can say it will exhibit deterministic trend. Similarly, when there is a trend in the variance, we can say the series will exhibit stochastic trend. Okay. Now, let us start with very much familiar model, AR1. AR1 process, we have expressed AR1 process in this way: yt is equal to phi naught plus phi 1, yt minus 1 plus epsilon t. Okay, and we have discussed in the class, under the restriction mod phi 1 less than 1 and t tends to infinity, we can express this AR1 series in this form. Okay, and if you take mean value, expectation of yt is equal to simply phi naught by 1 minus phi 1. We have already calculated these figures in the class. And variance of yt is equal to sigma square by 1 minus phi 1 square. So in this case, when phi 1 less than 1, the mean value of yt is time independent, variance of yt is time independent. So in this case, that is when phi 1 less than 1, there is no trend either in mean or in variance. And we can say the series will be stationary. Okay, can you got my point? Now, suppose the coefficient of yt minus 1, that is phi 1, is equal to 1. So substitute phi 1 is equal to 1 in this expression. Have you taken the notes in your exercise books? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
बोलो बोलना.
In this expression, in this AR1, substitute phi1 is equal to 1 simply in your exercise book. Okay. So it will become this yt is equal to phi naught plus yt minus 1 plus epsilon t. So what we are doing, we are just substituting a particular value of phi 1 is equal to 1 in the AR1 expression. And it becomes this. So this simple kind of model, that is yt, value of y today, is equal to some constant. This is called the intercept term, plus the value of the previous day, plus some random shock today. So if we put phi 1 is equal to 1 in AR1, the value of y today is equal to value of y yesterday plus some constant plus some random shock. This kind of simple model is called the random walk model. Probably we have mentioned this term in the class. So when we substitute phi 1 is equal to 1 in AR1, keeping the intercept term, the model becomes random walk with drift. Drift means simply the intercept term phi naught. So this is the model, what is called random walk with drift. So how do we get random walk with drift? Just simply substitute phi 1 is equal to 1 in AR1 series. And after substituting this value, you have already calculated this series can be expressed in this form. If you follow the simple iteration process, you can get this expression. Okay. So in this expression, we have yt, the value of y today, is equal to y naught, the initial value, plus phi naught into t plus sum of epsilon t minus I varies from 0 to t minus 1. Have you derived this expression earlier? I have told you in the class to find out this expression. Okay. So what we are doing, we are just putting the value of phi 1 is equal to 1 in AR1, and we are looking at the series in this format. This model is popularly known as the random walk model. And in this format, if you take expectation of yt, you will get y naught plus phi naught t. That is, this is the value of the mean value. Similarly, if you calculate variance of yt, it will be sigma square into t. So how do we get the changing result? Just by considering phi 1 is equal to 1, we have the mean value is time dependent as well as variance is also time dependent. So in AR1, when phi 1 is equal to 1, the mean of the series exhibits trend. It is time dependent, means it moves over time. So mean value moves over time. That is, the mean value of yt exhibits trend. Similarly, the variance of yt is also exhibiting trend because it is also time dependent. Okay. So earlier, under the restriction phi 1 less than 1, you have both mean and variance time independent. That is, the series is stationary. And we have mentioned this condition as the stationarity restriction in the class. Now, when we deviate, just by substituting phi 1 is equal to 1, we have different results. So if we consider phi1 is equal to 1, we have yt in this form or yt in this form, and accordingly we have mean value of yt in this form and variance of yt in this form. That is, at phi1 is equal to 1, both the mean and variance have trend both in mean and variance. Therefore, we can say yt will be non-stationary. So if we take the value of phi1 is equal to 1, the yt series becomes non-stationary, when earlier under the restrictions phi1 less than 1, the series was stationary. Clear? If you also,
Yes, sir.
sorry, you can try, you can also try simultaneously with me, you can get this result. Mean value is equal to, so it follows a linear trend because mean value of yt is equal to y naught initial value plus phi naught into t. So if you change t, u of yt will change. Similarly for the variance. So in AR1, non-stationarity appears when phi1 is equal to 1. You have to keep in mind this result. This is, we can use this result later on. So in AR1, when phi1 is equal to 1, the series becomes non-stationary. If you drop the intercept term from here, this is the intercept term phi naught. If you drop it, your models will be more simple. Just like this, yt is equal to, in this case, yt minus 1 plus epsilon t. This model is known as random walk without drift, because here there is no intercept term. In this case also, if you follow the iteration method, you can express this yt is equal to yt minus 1 plus epsilon t is equal to, in this form, if you put t is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. sequentially, you will get this result. Now in this case, if you take expectations of yt, its value will be simply y naught. So when we ignore the intercept term, expected value of yt becomes a constant. That is no trend in the mean value. But the variance will remain the same. The variance is equal to sigma square into t. That is the trending tendency in the variance still remain. So in both cases means if we take phi naught or without phi naught, that is random walk with drift or random walk without drift, the series is non-stationary. But in this case with drift, you have trend in both the mean and variance. In case of without drift, you have trend only in variance, but no trend in mean. So we have a common feature here in a random walk model. What is the common feature? Common feature is in both the cases, there is a trend in variance. If there is a trend in variance, the series will exhibit what is called the stochastic trend. So if the value of phi1 is equal to 1 in AR1, the certain case is there will be a trend in the variance. That is, the series will exhibit the stochastic trend. But in the mean value, there will be trend or no. That depends on whether we consider the drift parameter or not. In the presence of the drift parameter, you have trend in the mean value along with the trend in variance. In absence of the drift parameter, you will not get trend in the mean value, although trend in variance still remains. Okay. So in random walk with drift, the series YT exhibits both deterministic as well as stochastic trend, because in this case we have trend both in mean and variance. Trend in mean implies deterministic trend. Trend in variance implies stochastic trend. In random walk without drift, when we ignore the intercept term, the series YT exhibits only stochastic trend. That is, in this case, we have the trend in variance only, no trend in the mean value. So the common character of non-stationarity in both cases is the presence of stochastic trend. So in a random walk model, we have stochastic trend. So you have to keep in mind this common feature of AR1. So AR1 will exhibit stochastic trend only when phi 1 is equal to 1. That is, if the coefficient for YT minus 1 is equal to 1, the series will exhibit stochastic trend, and obviously the series will be non-stationary. Okay, clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
now let we understand the meaning of phi 1 is equal to 1. So what we have seen here, under this condition, YT in AR1 is non-stationary with stochastic trend. Now, what is the meaning of this? To understand the meaning of phi 1 is equal to 1, let we express the AR1 in another way. So suppose we start again with AR1, the model we have started with, and introduce here lag operator. You have idea about the lag operator? We have already cleared this concept of lag operator. That is, lag operator actually relates the current value to the past value. So after introducing lag operator, the AR1 series looks like this. Okay, so YT minus 1 here becomes L into YT. And after a simple manipulation, we have this expression. If you take this term in the left hand side and take YT as a common factor, so the left hand side looks like this. Okay. Now set this term equal to 0. That is the factor with YT. The expression 1 minus phi 1L is equal to 0. If we set this term is equal to 0, we have an equation. This equation is called the inverse characteristic equation. Inverse characteristic equation of AR1 process, because we are considering here AR1 process. So this inverse characteristic equation is, yes, this one is related to the AR1 process. We are setting this equal to 0. This part, that is the part multiplied with YT in the left hand side. If you set this expression equal to 0, this equation is called the inverse characteristic equation. So this is by definition. Okay. Now substitute 1 by L is equal to Z here. So this equation looks like this: Z minus phi 1 equal to 0. This equation is called the characteristic equation. So the equation in terms of L is called the inverse characteristic equation. If we substitute Z is equal to 1 by L, that is, we are taking the inverse form of L, we have the equation called the characteristic equation. So This is a linear equation, z minus phi1 equal to 0. How do we get it? We get it from the AR1 process. In AR1 process, we are introducing lag operator first. Then we are taking a simple manipulation, setting this component equal to 0. Then in the first hand, we have inverse characteristic equation. Now after substituting 1 by L is equal to Z here, we have Z minus phi1 equal to 0. This form is called the characteristic equation of AR1 process. And the characteristic equation of AR1 process will be of order 1. That is, it is a linear equation. And we can solve it. We can solve the value of Z. The value of Z will be equal to simply phi1. This solution, the value of Z is called the characteristic root. So the solution of a characteristic equation is called the characteristic root. So here Z is called the characteristic root. Okay. Now when the value of this characteristic root is equal to 1, then we call it unit root. It is very much important in time series. The concept of unit root. So what is unit root? Unit root simply means the value of the characteristic root is equal to 1. How to get the characteristic root? By solving the characteristic equation. How to get the characteristic equation? It is obtained from inverse characteristic equation. How to get the inverse characteristic equation? It is obtained from the polynomial attached with the yt after introducing lag operator. So if you set this term equal to 0, we have inverse characteristic equation. After setting 1 by L is equal to Z, we have characteristic equation. By solving it, we have the value what is called the characteristic root. If the value of the root is equal to 1, then we can say unit root. So unit root, the name suggests the value of the root is equal to 1. Okay. I am upgrading for another 40 minutes, so I don't know whether it will disconnect or not. If it disconnects somehow, we can start again afresh. Okay, so don't worry. So unit root means the value of Z is equal to 1. Okay. So if we set the value of Z is equal to 1, value of Z is equal to 1, ultimately indicates phi1 is equal to 1. So we have started with this question. We are trying to understand the meaning of phi1 is equal to 1. Why? Because under this condition, AR1 becomes non-stationary with stochastic trend. In other words, under this condition, the AR1 exhibits the trend in its variance with or without trend in its mean value. That is, the series YT in AR1 will be non-stationary with stochastic trend only when phi1 is equal to 1. We have got this result just simply by putting phi1 is equal to 1. We have derived this result. Now the question is, how do we interpret it? What would be the interpretation of phi1 is equal to 1? Why do we set phi1 is equal to 1 here? So the meaning of phi1 is equal to 1, we can relate it to the concept of characteristic root, characteristic equation as used in linear algebra. So when the value of the characteristic root is equal to 1, we get unit root. So phi1 is equal to 1 in the case of AR1 means we have unit root. So in presence of unit root, the series YT will exhibit stochastic trend. Have you got?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
if
sir.
AR1 contains unit root, what is the meaning of AR1 contains unit root? That is, if the characteristic equation provides you the value of the characteristic root is equal to 1, then the AR1 will exhibit stochastic trend. So stochastic trend or non-stationarity under phi 1 is equal to 1 is synonymous with non-stationarity with unit root. So a series YT is non-stationary with unit root means the series will exhibit stochastic trend. In other words, non-stationarity with unit root means the series will exhibit trend in its variance. Okay, so stochastic trend will appear. Stochastic trend in non-stationarity. Non-stationarity may be of different types, as we have started with non-stationarity with only deterministic trend, non-stationarity with only stochastic trend, non-stationarity with both deterministic trend as well as stochastic trend. So when stochastic trend presents in non-stationarity, in this case the series contains unit root. So if a series has unit root, in other words, if the characteristic equation provides the characteristic root is equal to 1, then the series will be non-stationary with stochastic trend. Incidentally, in the case of AR1, the value of the characteristic root and the value of phi 1 is equal. Z is equal to phi 1. But in other cases, AR2, for example, or AR3, in that case, the value of the characteristic roots will not be similar to phi 1, phi 2, etc. So value of characteristic roots is equal to simply the solution of the characteristic equation. In AR1, incidentally, we have the similar result, that is the value of the roots exactly equal to phi 1. So value of the root is equal to 1 means phi 1 is equal to 1. So phi 1 is equal to 1 in AR1 indicates the presence of unit root in YT, and in this case, the series will exhibit stochastic trend. Okay, now let we understand the meaning of stochastic trend. Although we have explained probably, as I remember, the concept of stochastic trend, but again, let we recapitulate this concept. What do we mean by stochastic trend? Stochastic trend means the trend is stochastic. In other words, the behavior of the trend is random. So how do we define trend? Trend is nothing but the change of a variable with time. Here we are considering the variable y, yt. So the change in yt with time means delta yt is equal to simply yt minus 1. So the change in yt or change in y with respect to t is simply called a trend. So trend means change of a variable with time. That is delta yt is equal to yt minus 1. Now, when this trend is equal to random or stochastic, then we have a stochastic trend. So how do we get it? Now, remember the case of random walk model. Random walk model without drift, for example, that is phi 0 is equal to 0, phi 1 is equal to 1 in AR1. The model looks like this. We have already considered this model to have the mean and variance of yt. So under this condition, phi 0 equal to 0, phi 1 is equal to 1, that is, if yt follows random walk, when phi 1 is equal to 1, the model is called random walk. Again, when phi 1 is equal to 1, the yt will contain unit root. So random walk is also similar to unit root. So under this condition, we have yt is equal to this. Take this term in the left hand side. So you have delta yt is equal to yt minus 1 is equal to simply epsilon t. So delta yt is equal to epsilon t, which is stochastic. So under this condition, when phi naught is equal to 0, phi 1 is equal to 1, that is in the case of a random walk without drift, or in presence of unit root, we have a trend delta yt, which is purely stochastic, epsilon t. For that reason, we call the series exhibits stochastic trend when it contains unit root. Okay. Now the stochastic trend is basically unobserved. We cannot observe, but it is revealed in trend in the variance of the series. I have already mentioned, if we observe trend in variance, it is called stochastic trend. So how do we realize the presence of stochastic trend? Presence of stochastic trend is realized in terms of the trend in variance. Okay, but in reality we cannot observe it, but we can observe the deterministic trend. Deterministic trend means the trend in the mean value. We'll consider this point later on. So what is stochastic trend? Stochastic trend means the trend itself is stochastic. That is the value of delta yt is equal to epsilon t. We will get this condition only under this restriction. That is in AR1 when phi 1 is equal to 1, phi not equal to 0. That is if the model is random walk without drift, or the model follows, or the model contains unit root, then we have a stochastic trend. Now, how stochastic trend is generated? Trend means, I have already mentioned, trend means the change of the variable over time. In other words, we can look at the trend in this way. Trend means the accumulation of some variables over time. If trending variables mean the variable changes over time. So if